and welcome back to Spookins, a place to speak about all things horror. I'm Sarah.
I'm Sam.
And today we're going to be doing a zombie movie tier list. So we're going to be looking at 15 zombie-themed horror movies and putting them into this tier list. So the top tier, the end is extremely fucking nigh. A quote from my favourite zombie movie. I think you know where that one is going to go.
Spoiled it.
And then we've got Worth Reanimating for. So I'd come back to the Dead to watch it. Then we've got Brainless Fun. And then Just Dead. It's not undead, it's not reanimated, it's just dead. Shall we get going?
Yeah.
Let's start with... We'll just do them in order, yeah?
We'll do them in the order they're there, yeah.
Yeah, calm. Alright, we've got 28 weeks later. Not days, that's later on. We've got 28 weeks later now. So what do you think of 28 weeks later?
28 weeks later, I really like that film.
Yeah?
It leans a bit more heavily into the action side of the franchise, doesn't it, this one? And I think I like my zombie films to be actiony.
That's fair.
I think I would put him probably in Worth Reanimating.
Yeah, I agree. It is worth waiting for. I know this film isn't as beloved as Days, which I totally agree with, but I think it's still decent. I think it's better than it gets credit for. Maybe soon we can do this again and put months,
28
years
in it and see where it stands
this time
up.
next year, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. Anna and the Apocalypse, the zombie musical movie.
I thought this was a lot of fun.
I thought this was a lot of fun.
Really enjoyed this. This
So
is
did
proper.
I.
This is a proper become like a Christmas kind of just always gonna watch it around Christmas time.
Yes,
because it is just it's fun. Again, this is for me worth reanimating.
It is worth reanimating for, but it is also quite brainless fun. Now, brainless fun isn't a bad category to be in.
No.
It's not a bad place to be. But for now, we'll see. We'll see what else ends up in there before we do it, because I see what's coming up, and Cockneys versus zombies, I think, is the definition
of
brainless fun.
Yeah.
To be honest, I love this film. I don't know if it's because, like, I'm from London.
We're Cockneys.
We are. Or I don't know. I just think it's such a fun zombie comedy movie.
Yeah, I do wonder how much it helps being from London and enjoying this movie.
That's a good point. If you've seen this and you're not from London, what did you think of it? Did it land? Did it not? Because, I mean, we're going to come up to it at some point on the list, I think. Yeah. So the Cornetto trilogy, I used to have Shaun of the Dead as my favourite, and the rest were... Hot Fuzz was my least favourite, and World's End was the middle. But then when I moved to Somerset, my appreciation for Hot Fuzz went up, like, a lot. And, like, Shaun of the Dead is still my favourite, but Hot Fuzz is, like, very close second.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's location... Like, I mean, that in that instance, it is location-based. I moved to Somerset. I live near Wells, where it's filmed. Yeah. And it's, I don't know, it's just, it becomes a lot more relatable, doesn't it? So I think that might be the case for Cockneys versus zombies. Probably. I just think that film bangs. It's so slept on, but it's great.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we've got Contagion, which... more of a virus movie than a zombie movie, which is why I said zombie-themed movies. I wanted to include Contagion because I really enjoy this film.
Okay, I don't think I've seen it. So
okay, I'm gonna
defaulting to you.
I'm gonna place it then. I really enjoy Contagion. It's not technically a zombie film, but it's zombie-themed, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's a film that makes me so anxious and so on edge in a good way. It's about like virus spreading but it's done so well, and it's so grounded in reality.
Was this a pre or post 2020?
Pre by quite a bit.
Okay.
And it's so I'm putting it in The End is Extremely Fucking Nigh. It's one of my favourite movies in this, which is why I included it, even though it's not technically a zombie movie.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, you will. It's really good. Next up, another one that I guess you could argue is or isn't a zombie movie.
I mean, definitely a zombie movie.
Corpse Bride.
Yeah. It's literally a corpse.
That is fair. That is fair. It's been a long time since I've seen Corpse Bride. To be fair.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Corpse Bride as well, but Corpse Bride is a great film.
It is. I went to see it when it came out in the cinema with my nan, and I remember really enjoying it.
It's one of Tim Burton's like pièce de résistance.
Yeah, I say I saw it when it came out. I have seen it since then, but like not that many times.
Yeah.
Not as much as I've seen like Nightmare Before Christmas. Although I will say that I think Corpse Bride is probably a better film.
Corpse Bride is a better film than Nightmare Before Christmas. I would rather watch Nightmare Before Christmas though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Mm-hmm.
I think Corpse Bride
No, it's a bit brainless fun. It's brainless fun. But yeah, it's a really good film. Next up, we've got Mads.
Newest one on the list.
And I really debated putting this on the list or not because I don't want to give anything away about this movie.
No, and whilst like revealing its genre is sort of a spoiler, it does happen very early.
It does happen super early on, even if it's not like in your face. This is a zombie movie. You can tell straight away from within the first like 5 or 10 minutes that's where it's going. Mads was great. It's another film that put me on edge so severely. It's shot like it's a one take.
It is indeed,
and it is a one take.
It is. This is a true one take. This movie. So
which I think adds to the like feeling of anxiety and horror.
Yeah, absolutely
in it.
Does.
And again, I'd say this isn't a traditional zombie movie in that sense of like the zombies are not traditional zombies.
No.
But it's like a reanimation movie. Maybe we should have called this the reanimation tier list.
Yeah, probably.
But Mads, I don't want to say anything else about it because it's so good.
It is. This is just a brilliant movie.
Absolutely.
Like, go if you haven't seen it already. Finish this video. Drop a like on the video. And then go and watch Mads.
Yeah.
Because it is well worth your time. It's not long either. I think it's like just about hits 90 minutes maybe.
It's not long at all. And it I think it's on Shudder.
It is on Shudder.
Yeah. If you're in the UK.
Shudder in UK.
If you're in the UK at least, it's on Shudder, and yeah, I would highly recommend it. And I just don't want to say anything more on it apart from the fact that it's getting a top spot. Next up, we've got Wreck, which I think also deserves to go in that category.
It does. It's another just great movie. Really, really scary. Again, like a different kind of zombie movie, not what you would associate with being a zombie movie. Yeah.
Again, I don't want to spoil this film or the rest of the series, but it's not technically 100% a zombie movie, is it? It does veer into another genre.
Yeah.
But the first film, at least, zombie themed. It veers into some other more religious territory somewhere along the line. But first one, I think we can get away with including in our zombie list. Wreck as well, I find really scary because it's another one that's kind of meant to be. There's quite a lot of long takes in there.
A lot of very long takes. It's a found footage movie as well, which obviously always, for me at least, increases that kind of that tension and that uncomfortable feeling that you get. And it's all set in just in a big apartment block, so it's quite really enclosed spaces and dark.
It's very claustrophobic.
Yeah.
And I agree. Found footage is another of my favourite genres. So Wreck kind of combines My two favourites, found footage and zombie
Reanimation.
themed reanimation virus movies. Yeah. It combines them, and yeah, that's why it's so scary for me, because found footage is just scarier.
Yeah,
just
it is. I 100% agree. Found footage. You make any movie found footage, it is immediately a scarier film.
It is, yeah. So I think Wreck deserves to be up there. It is an iconic virus-themed movie. So I think it's earned its place up there.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, the Cornetto trilogy, as mentioned before, Shaun of the Dead. I'm going to make the case, if Anna and the Apocalypse can sit in worth reanimating for, so can Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go for that. I think this is... Shaun of the Dead is the zombie horror comedy.
It is.
It is like the one, yeah. Like, so if you're looking like the peak of a genre, I think it's Shaun of the Dead, and there's not even really a question.
No. We've got other zombie comedies in this list. Like, we've got Anna and the Apocalypse, I think, coming up as well. We've got Army of the Dead and Zombieland. And those are great films. I mean, spoiler alert. Those are great films, but Shaun of the Dead is the one.
Yeah.
Like you said, it is the rom-com, whatever they call it, rom-com.
Yeah.
And it is incredible. I've always loved this film. So many... Because I think it does the line of comedy and zombie really well.
It does.
It's not just funny.
No. No, there are some actual, kind of some moments. Yeah,
some really first, like you say, scary moments, but also some really emotional moments as well. I love Edgar Wright. I love him. I love Simon Pegg. I think them together, they make really good films. Nick Frost as well. Does
it move up?
What?
Does it move up?
I don't know.
I think the amount of just really quotable iconic moments. This movie lives rent free in social media,
in my brain,
and in media in general. It's had such an impact.
That is true.
On pop culture.
It has had such a cultural impact. All right.
I think it goes up. There you go. Do we like zombie movies, apparently? Here we go.
Yeah, I do. It's one of my favourite genres. So I did think when I was putting this list together, I was like, are they all just going to be...
It's going to be all in one tier.
That is why all of the tiers, there's only one tier is for films that we don't love. The rest are all fine.
Yeah.
I like all the movies we've put on there so far. And now... in my brain is just going through Shaun of the Dead, quote by quote in my brain.
Okay, we'll get away from it before you get some red on you.
Cut off. So now we've got Train to Busan. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Uncertain. I enjoyed this film. It's not my favourite zombie film.
This is a great zombie film, I think.
Okay.
I really like this movie.
Okay, so I was thinking worth reanimating for. But...
I would agree that it's worth reanimating for. Yeah, I don't think I would put it top of the top.
No, not when we've got Mads and Wreck in there.
Yeah, but I absolutely understand why this is a beloved and heavily watched film and highly recommended, because it is a great zombie film. Just, I don't know, for me, just something...
Yeah.
Something missing to keep it from that top rung.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And it seems like it should be in the top rung because it's got very similar vibes to Wreck, in that it's very claustrophobic because it's mostly set on trains. There's a bit on a platform, a bit at the end that's not on the train, but it's obviously it's called Train to Busan. It's mostly set on a train. And it does have really good characters, like we were saying with Shaun of the Dead. It has some really emotional moments, like we were saying with Shaun of the Dead. The bit, spoiler I guess, even though I'm about to really vaguely describe it, when the guy has to shut the door on all the zombies, that's quite emotional. But yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't put it in the same category as having Mads in the top category. Makes it very hard to put anything that isn't on its level in there.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's literally like just a brilliantly made film. Like just literally everything about it is just great. And so to kind of be up there with it, you also need to be close to perfect.
Yeah, you do. And as well, having like Shaun of the Dead, one of my all-time favourite movies.
Yeah.
Do I like Train to Busan as much as I like Shaun of the Dead? No.
Yeah, and that's fair enough, yeah.
But also at the same time, are there many movies I like as much as I like Shaun of the Dead? Probably not.
I also, at this point, I feel like looking at it, I need to explain a little bit more about why Anna and the Apocalypse gets to be on that tier now that Train to Busan's been relegated to it.
Okay.
But and I feel like it's worth adding that both of us are like theatre kids.
Yes.
And are big on our musicals. So that is extra points for being a musical, because Anna and the Apocalypse, if you don't know, is a musical horror comedy set in a school.
At Christmas.
Yeah, at Christmas. Like, there's just so many things about it that just felt like it was made for us.
Yeah, exactly.
That it kind of holds that nice place in the heart.
Yeah, because I don't really like Christmas movies at all in general, but I do like horror Christmas movies. So when I find a horror Christmas movie, I hold on to that shit because
I love seasonal horror.
I don't like Christmas movies, but I love horror Christmas movies. There is something about seasonal horror that is so enjoyable.
Yeah, when you get a good one, and it's such a good feeling knowing that you can kind of just come back to it. Like every year, you're just like, oh, I know exactly what I'm watching this year.
And that's why Anna and the Apocalypse gets into Worth Reanimating for, because it's on our Christmas rotation. So
World War Z.
World War Z. But also, if you disagree with Anna and the Apocalypse, I don't care. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
I love musicals, so does Sam. So it's going up there.
Yeah, I totally understand why someone wouldn't have it that high, is the thing, like.
Okay, World War Z. Okay, this is the one this category was made for. Just Dead.
Yeah, this is dead.
I don't love World War Z as a film. I really enjoy...
Full stop.
Yeah, full stop. I don't enjoy World War Z, full stop. No. I don't enjoy the film. I think Brad Pitt is really miscast in this film. I think it's a super generic zombie movie, but the worst thing about it is it has the World War Z title, because I really like the book World War Z, which is absolutely nothing to do with this film apart from the fact that the main character has the same name as the journalist, or the person who's collecting all of the stories in the book is called like Jerry. I think that's the character's name. That's it.
The only similarity. There you go.
Yeah, like the book is set afterwards, and it's collecting stories for like a history of what had happened. World War Z, the film, is it happening? And I don't know how they would have made the book into a film. I think it easily could have been done, or at the very least, like a series might have been better.
Yeah.
With each episode being a chapter from the book. So the book is the journalist Jerry go around and collecting stories, so each episode could have been a different one, or an anthology film maybe.
Yeah.
And if you did an anthology film, it wouldn't have to super closely match the content of the book, but it would have still maintained the spirit of the book. And that's not me being like, oh, the book's better, because yes, the book is better, but I think in this instance, it's so far away from the book that it's like, why is it called that?
Yeah, they literally just took the name of it for like advertising purposes.
Yeah, and also, it's just not a good film.
No, it's not a good film. I can't speak about the book because I've never read the book. But I can say that it's not a good film.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what's your perspective on it.
No, I don't like this film.
Fair.
Full stop.
Fair enough. I think it's got that one cool shot of the zombies going up the wall.
climbing up each other, yeah.
But other than that, And you know what? Train to Busan has that too.
It does. It does. And it's just
and
better.
It's better.
Yeah.
So World War Z, I'm so sorry because I am a big Brad Pitt fan, so I'm very sorry, Brad, you know, if you're watching.
Yeah, if you're watching, Brad, Bullet Train was an absolute gem.
Yeah.
More of that, please.
Yeah, absolute banger. World War Z, wasn't it? Okay, right, moving on from my rant about World War Z.
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead.
Dave Bautista hits zombies with a Batista bomb. He doesn't. There's no Batista bombs in this movie.
We
Sorry,
were waiting
false
for
advertising.
It. We were waiting for the Batista bomb the whole time.
But Dave Bautista does kill zombies, and that is brainless fun.
Yeah, I say Comedies vs Zombies is the definition of brainless fun. So is Army of the Dead. It's a zombie heist movie.
Yeah.
And I love hybrid zombie movies. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Like there's more. I don't know what else to say on it.
There is, yeah,
and
it's
it's
a lot of fun.
surprisingly good.
Yeah, no, it's well made. There's some really nice shots and things in this movie.
There are
some like super just wild moments as well. Where you're just like, oh, okay, that's happened on my television screen.
Yeah, and I think as well, even just Dave Bautista is surprisingly good actor.
He is. Batista he's a decent actor.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's like the best thing about Knock at the Cabin, isn't he? Like, I don't know. I'm new to wrestling, so I wasn't expecting Dave Bautista of all people.
Dave Bautista is the best actor to come out of wrestling.
That's fair. That is fair.
I would say.
But yeah, so
Sorry, John.
Sorry, John. As a new fan of wrestling, I was surprised. Let's move on to Warm Bodies. I haven't seen this one. You've seen it, but you said it wasn't that memorable.
I have seen it. I don't really remember a thing about it. I remember being pretty bored throughout.
Fair.
Yeah, but this is a much more like character study kind of movie, and they're not for me. I don't know.
That's fair enough.
Found it very boring.
Is it going in Just Dead?
It's going in Just Dead.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't comment. I haven't seen it. I like Nicholas Hoult. That's what
I think the performances are good. Like it's carried by the two people, basically like the only ones in it.
That's fair.
And they're good. But yeah, I just not for me.
That's totally fair enough.
Dead.
Okay. Resident Evil, which I know you're fond of. I only watched this for the first time earlier this year or last year.
Yeah, maybe early this year.
It might have been late last year. I don't know.
Probably last year.
Just before it went off one of the streamers. I quite enjoyed it.
It's brainless fun. It's again like World War Z. If you want to do that, like nothing to do with the source material whatsoever.
That's fair.
There is no Resident Evil in this Resident Evil movie.
That's fair.
Except for the name of the company.
I think that's fair. But I think the difference between the two is you said you haven't read World War Z and you thought World War Z was dead. I've never played Resident Evil and I quite enjoyed Resident Evil, the film. And you quite enjoyed it?
I like the film. The film's fun. If you can go into this movie and know that you're not getting Resident Evil the game, the film, then it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I just think you have to not expect that.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. So we'll leave it in brainless fun. Zombieland. Zombieland for me sits in between brainless fun and worth reanimating for.
Okay. I would have it, I think, above that line. I think it goes worth reanimating for me.
Okay, well, I'll put it there then. Yeah, I like Zombieland. It's all right. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not one that I rewatch ever.
No.
I've seen it maybe twice.
I think I've seen it twice as well, and probably wouldn't, but I don't tend to rewatch movies.
No, you don't, but I do.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I can't put it in good conscience next to Shaun of the Dead.
No way. In no way is it as good as Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
but it is funny. I think it's better than Resident Evil.
Yeah, totally fair. Like I'm a bit funny with comedies.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make me sound joyless. Comedy and action are probably my two least favourite genres of movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like straight comedies. This one is safe because it's a zombie comedy, but I think it's more comedy than zombie.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Like, it's fine. I don't know. I would have put it lower, but I will leave it there. This isn't just me doing this, so I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
And lastly, we've got the GOAT.
I'll let you go with it. Yeah, go.
We've got my favourite horror movie of all time.
Wow.
28 Days Later. It couldn't have gone anywhere else. Then I named the category after it. The end is extremely fucking nigh.
Yeah.
Like, it was always going to go at the top. It's the greatest zombie movie ever made. Arguably one of the greatest movies ever made.
Strong.
I love 28 Days Later. I think it's such a good film. It's like when we were talking in our 28 Years Later trailer reaction, and when we were talking about Cockney versus Zombies, I don't know if my opinion is swayed because it's so British. The beginning's all in London. It's all recognisable. But it's not even that it's set in these places. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but the film is just so British. It's the vibe of the whole thing. It gives really independent horror. I love independent horror. I love British horror. Cillian Murphy is fantastic. Danny Boyle, one of the greatest directors in modern times. It's just sick, isn't it? It's just a sick movie. And I love it. And I can't even tell you, like, I can't even put it into words because I feel so overjoyed thinking about it. So overwhelmed by how much I love 28 Days Later. It just reminds me of, like, I don't know, being a teenager and one of the first horror films I ever actually saw. And it was really scary at the time because I was, like, 12. And I thought it was great. It's really well acted. It's really scary. It's really realistic. And I really like the bits where it's a good blend of zombie horror and like real life stuff. And like I really love the bit where they go into it's like a Budgeons or a Londis or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they just do like little supermarket sweep. And it's just the greatest film. It's just the greatest film ever made.
Cool.
What are your thoughts?
No, I feel like there's nothing to add to that, really.
What more can you say?
I probably would have had it on level with 28 Weeks.
No, sorry, you're wrong.
But there you go. It's going up there because it's the greatest film of all time.
It is, and if you disagree, fair enough. But just know that my opinion will not be swayed on this. This is one of my favourite films of all time. So yeah. Opinion never swayed.
Good.
Yeah, fair enough. There we have it.
So that's the list.
That is the list. I put 28 Days Later last because I knew that I would want to go off and talk about it. And I knew it would go straight to the top. So I felt like, there's no suspense there.
No, it wasn't anyway. You told them first thing.
Yeah, I did tell them first thing it was going there. We all know how much I love 28 Days Later. It was always going to go at the top. So that's our tier list.
Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't know if there were any kind of surprises on there for you, ones you thought we might rank higher or lower. Zombie films are like one of my favourite genres, but I had to limit us to 15. So I tried to get a spread in there.
Yeah, like a spread of kind of subgenres and...
Yes, a spread of subgenres and not just my 15...
favourite
horror movies.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't all go in the top tier. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, let us know.
Mm-hmm. If there's any other zombie movies that you like and you would like to know where we would put them on the tier list, maybe drop them below and we will get back to you. Like the video, comment, we've already told you to do that. Subscribe to the channel for more, please. We do reviews, we do tier lists like these, we do quizzes and games.
We do.
We play role-playing games like
do.
Traitors.
We do, and we do trailer reaction videos.
We do trailer reactions.
We just recently did 28 Years Later.
We did.
So
the new trailer.
The new trailer. So go back and watch that as well. If you like zombie movies, go and see what we thought about that.
Please do.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!